So we about to replace these locks, taking off this old school joint. I did want to leave these, but this ain't working, so we're gonna take it off and update it with the new joint. So you see how this one is one lock and it's long. Take up all this space. What you can do is get you one of these Defender security. These good for like when doors been kicked in or prevent it from being messed up when it's kicked in, but it's also good to hide in like the space that's in this door too. So this is like an exterior door. I would like fix these insides with like maybe like some wood to fill in the space. But this is perfect right here to fill in that space because it'll cover all that up in one hole. So if this was two locks, they actually got one with two holes that you can put the deadbolt and the twist handle in there. But we already got a deadbolt hole, so we can just rock with the single one.
That's you can do.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can follow them because I'm going the other way. Chasing after paper, trying to redirect the way.
I can take it off, Daddy. Right here.
What I did was unscrew those little 4 screws. As you can see, 1, 2 is on both sides. And then pull these handles. To pull these handles out because they have screws in here also. Now, we gotta get this face off. And right here, we gotta find out how to get this lock off. And the way to get this lock off is to actually twist off, but it actually was a little hard at first. What I did was just took a screwdriver. I tried to hit it from this point and I couldn't. So it's also like a flathead screw right here. I don't know what this do, but what I did, I went ahead and just unscrewed it. But then on the inside of this lock here, I stuck my flathead right there in the keyhole. And then I just started turning it. So I kept twisting. And then the whole lock started twisting off. Started twisting that bad baby like that. And I came over on this other side. It's kind of hard to do it from this end with just your hand. So, whoop, stick that boy right in that keyhole. And just get that twisted. Bam. See that? Came right off. And we're gonna pull that out. And then you got both sides clear. You can grab the whole lock mechanism because it was 2 flatheads on here. So just take those 2 screws out. Boom. Now you got some scrap, or you can reuse it if you want to. And then bam, you see what we left with? Big ass hollow hole right here. What I'm gonna do is actually, I'm probably gonna cut out a piece of wood and slide that boy in there just so we can cover that up. So this is what that cover look like. See, I put the lock in there. So if you run into a situation like this here where there's nowhere to screw it, you got open space in there. This actually comes with a screw in there, little nut and bolt. You're gonna use this nut and this screw. Now as you can see, you zoom up on there. See how the threads is different on the end of this here? That's so this nut can screw on there. Gotta push through there. And then bam. You'll be able to tighten that nut up on there so it can stay on there. What I'm gonna do here with that top screw. Boop, stick that through there like so. And take a nut. It's a little difficult trying to get your hand up in here. Bam. All right, there we go. So then I'm gonna tighten this up. Hey, don't be losing my locks, bro. Bring that back. And then what you do is, up here on the door, you take your cover and it literally just slides over the hole. I'm gonna have to make the hole right here. I'm gonna trace that out and then use my hole saw to cut a hole so that can go through on both sides. This plate covers up the other holes. The only thing we had to do on this side, because this plate was longer, is get some wood filler, and I got some of that. Some little putty, whoop, whoop. Cover these little holes up, and then we're gonna be good. Drill my hole here, tighten this boy down, put the lock in, and we're good to go. Then I just gotta throw on the deadbolt up here. Real simple, not really hard. All right, so I got this top lock in. I went ahead and actually took off like the face for this because it was just sticking out too far. And if I would have drilled this out on the inside, it would have showed a little line over here. So it's actually closing good. I actually had to notch that little piece out right there with a chisel. So I see I had to notch this in deeper so that I can go ahead and lock. So right now I'm about to cut the hole here. See, I marked my hole. So I'm about to hit this boy with the hole saw so we can put our lock on here. So boom. Easy boo. Come through the other side, line it up. Easy peasy. This hole saw right here, this is a Diablo. Actually, Milwaukee, but it's like Diablo. Real good blade, man. Them things be chewing through wood. But see, I got my holes drilled. So then I'm gonna go ahead and take my cover. And as you see, it just slide right over. So, whoop. Bam. And I'm gonna take my hammer, make sure this boy on here nice and tight. So this door is a little thicker than this actual bracket. So you can see it kind of pop out like that. But it's cool because we're gonna throw some screws in there that it came with. And it's gonna have it down there nice and tight. So there we go, look at our hole. Bam. And then the easy part is putting the lock on here. Make sure the key part is on the outside of the door. So you slide that bad baby in right there. Grab your other end with this Z-lock, like so. Put the screws in, tighten that joint down, but before we do that, go ahead and grab our screws. Drill. We're gonna go ahead and drill this plate up. So I like to smash this down, make sure that's nice and tight. Got our plate on there, so now we're gonna grab our lock. Remember the lock side, make sure it's on the outside of the door. Slide that in. See, it's 3 holes on there. You gotta know which one to line up. So if this door was like deeper cut, then we'll use this square that's right here. But you see, if I use that, it ain't gonna line up. So we're gonna use the one right there in the middle. And you're gonna slide it in. Then you're gonna take your lock, slide that in. Now it's time for the screws. I'm not gonna lie, the bottom lock is actually harder to put on than the top deadbolt because of the screws. Screws on here is a little shorter, so sometimes it'd be a headache. So it's always a little difficult, but make sure your screws line up, and then make sure your lock is in there too.
Because we don't want no unsecured doors, right, Daddy?
All right. So it's good to kind of like peel it back some, and then make sure that the screws, you can kind of see it and set it inside where it need to go. Kind of easier to have it like peel back some, so you don't be fumbling all day with it. So when you're doing it for the first time, it's best to just have a screwdriver like I was doing it. Make sure it's not too tight, because if it's too tight, then it'll be hard to actually unlock it with the key. So you see that? Boom. Nice and cool. Move, get to lock it. You see it's rubbing like right here, or where it used to rub. You got the little, you see little brush marks like that, go ahead and take a planer and just shave this boy down a little bit so it can be nice and smooth. Now I'm gonna paint this black so we don't see that. But there you go, we're gonna paint that black too. I probably should have painted that. Yeah, I probably should have painted that before. But I'm still gonna fill this in with some putty. I'm saying make sure that's nice and smooth. Go ahead and paint this. And now we're good. Got this whole thing swapped out for the new joint.
You can follow them because I'm going the other way. Chasing after paper, trying to redirect